Afternoon, everybody. We have got the Arisaka Type 38 rifle out today. I managed to find some ammunition from Graf & Sons. It shoots a 6.5 Arisaka cartridge, and these are on the level of a unicorn bullet. They were tough to find, and they are not cheap. Even reloading them can be expensive. But since I've got some, I want to take this out and shoot it. It's been a long time since this one has even been out of the safe on the range. So we'll take a few shots and be right back. So we're going to load 5, and this has provision for stripper clip, but I do not have any Japanese strippers, so we're hand loading each round. This brass is precious, so let's hope that we can retrieve everything that's ejected. So that's 5 shots out of the Arisaka. Thank you for watching. We're actually going to be going over to the bench table and taking a closer look at this rifle. The ammunition is from Bannerman, and this came from a place called Graf & Sons, or Graf & Sons, and they're located in Missouri. They were one of the few places that actually had the ammunition. I was already ordering some 8mm, so I picked up this, and we have 6.5 Jap, 156 grain. And it is a soft point ammunition, and just some of the smoothest shooting ammunition that I've ever had. I don't know what the power or the ballistics are on this. I would think they would be sufficient for any medium-sized game around where I live. Not that I'm going to be hunting with it, but it is seems to be a good round. And there's a spent casing. Primer strike, throat, and it is it appears to have kind of, if you can see that, just a little bit of a bulge in the casing at the back. Compare those two together. So we'll move on and take a closer look at this rifle. So we are back, and we're at the bench table with the Arisaka Type 38. One thing you'll notice, the mum has been ground off of this. The mum was the imperial symbol for Japan, and I think when they came into the country, some of them were ground off, either that or before they left Japan. The rifle is similar in function to some of the Mausers. This lever here, actually this is the safety. I'll go over that real quick. So instead of that kind of leaf operation on the Mauser, this one you push in and back, allows you to open the bolt. This rifle has a bolt stop, so when you've expended your 5 rounds, it is not going to go any further. Some of my K98s have that, others don't. So there's the bolt, very similar to a Mauser. Anti-aircraft type sight. And that can be raised so that it can be fired at probably an optimistic altitude. 6.5, what I understand, was kind of a light round. Japan went over to the 7.7, which is a heavier round, on par with the 303. Don't quote me on that, but that's, I believe that's what I read. No sling on the rifle, and I don't have a bayonet for this one. And Here's a close-up look at the cartridges. If you'll notice the projectile, the length on that. It's a semi-rimmed round, and this thing just shoots magnificently. It is very comfortable to shoot. I wish I had a better source of ammunition, or actually I should say a more economical source of ammunition. I will try to do some reloading with the brass that I harvest from the range, and we'll see how it works. Anyway, we appreciate you watching. If you own an Arisaka, comment below. I like these. This one seems to be in decent condition. I don't believe it's a very late war rifle. It's got its nicks and bruises, and it needs a good cleaning up after sitting for so long. But this, to tell you a story, this was the first rifle I bought when I was 18. It was legal to buy a rifle at that point, or buy a firearm. So I went to a pawn shop that was down the street from me and picked this one up for about $80, I think. And it had some issues at first, which I'll go over in another video, but it had to do with the spring inside the bolt. So, if you like what we're doing, consider giving us a subscribe and a thumbs up.